Welcome to it, Zim Dancehall Unstoppable live on ZimdiTv on this beautiful Wednesday. We're here every Wednesday at 4 p.m. bringing you the best of Zim Dancehall in the country. Now, I say this every week. I'm really excited about the guests that I have on the show, but particularly today, I am very excited. The man that I have in studio today is a superstar. He's a man whose lyrics have resonated with Zimbabweans through the toughest periods. For example, that Tokwe Mukosi song. He's a man who I believe brings a certain level of maturity that sometimes lacks in the Zim dancehall industry. And of course, he's a man who still remains relevant in 2017 because he's really good. I don't know whether to refer to him as a Zim dancehall artist or whether I should refer to him as a reggae artist, because I listen to your sound. And there's certain influences of reggae. So where do you identify the most? Should I say you're a reggae artist or a Zim dancehall artist?
Well, I guess first I'm a Zim reggae artist, or just a reggae artist generally. And then I'm also a Zim dancehall artist because I'm also on the Zim dancehall beats, and I'm part of the Zim dancehall culture, which is, you know, the youth culture here in Zimbabwe.
Very good explanation. Ras Caleb is in the studio. In case you hadn't noticed that he's in the studio, Ras Caleb, the Rascal Dread, is in the studio. Firstly, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
I was looking forward to this interview.
I was also looking forward to this, you know, like weeks and weeks and like days. I couldn't even count, you know, the minutes. You know, I was, you know, looking forward for this opportunity to be on ZimdiTv. You know, it's the new thing, being on the internet, you know, interacting with the people, you know, and every opportunity to reach out to the people, you know, I have to take it and grab it with both hands.
All right, so let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. In case you're tuned into ZimdiTv for the first time, we call the show Zim Dancehall Unstoppable. I'm here every Wednesday at 4 p.m. bringing the best of Zim Dancehall, and today is no exception. We've got Ras Caleb. Let's start from the beginning. You grew up in Masvingo. Tell me a bit about your family.
Like my family, where I grew up, or my family, that or the one I started.
Okay,
I was born in Masvingo. I was raised by my grandmother. I grew up in the ghetto of Masvingo, and you know, my grandmother raised me from I was little until now. You know, she's still alive, and you know, my mother was also there in my life. Although I did not live with her when I was growing up. Yeah, and that's basically what I can say. You know, I got 3 brothers from my father's side, and I got 2 sisters from my mother's side. I grew up in a separated family, like, in a sense, yeah, man.
So how was it growing up in a small town like Masvingo?
Well, when we were growing up, we didn't feel like we were in a small town because, like, you know, I grew up in the 90s, I would say. And during that time, you know, like, our country, it was like fun, you know, Masvingo was fun. And you know, if you've never left the place you are, you'd never know what you're missing out in elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? So, like, growing up in Masvingo, for me, it is what helped me to become what I am, you know, who I am. Because when you check it, where you come from, it plays a lot in who you are eventually, you know. People like when I sing Muvhitori, you know, like in our type of show, the one we speak down there in Masvingo. And that's one of the strengths that growing up in Masvingo gave me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, growing up in Masvingo was enlightening to me. It gave me time to be grounded, go to school, you know, complete my education, and yeah.
Now, speaking about education, I know you went to Chikato Primary, grade 1 to grade 7.
Yeah.
How was the experience at Chikato Primary?
Well, Chikato for me, that is where I started to learn how to read. The experience there, I made friends that I still play with up to this time, you know. And you know, Chikato was a very good, popular school in our town. We used to beat other schools at sports and stuff, so it was cool to be at Chikato Primary.
Speaking of sports,
Yeah.
which sport did you play?
you know, I did try to play soccer, you know. Then I discovered I had 2 left feet, you know. And then, you know, I guess kutaza kwenda kaita ma sports. Wow, in running, you know, I couldn't even, you know, athletics, I couldn't be like one of the best there, you know, and that sort of like pushed me to you know, like join a drama club, a pachkoro, and that sort of thing, you know, like not being able to be in sports, it pushed me to find something else, you know, to my interact club, to my drama club, and so I started my journey, I guess, from that, you know.
So grade 1 to grade 6, tatupa chikatu. Grade 1 to 7, tatupa chikatu. Taenda kwa high school. We are at Berejena.
Yes. I went to Berejena, boarding school. Again, a new experience. You know, you meet new people. You start to learn how to fend for yourself, because it's like you. I was like what? 13 years old. Yeah, when I went to boarding school, and being at boarding school, for me, it started to teach me to wash for myself, you know, like our uniforms, we used to wash them ourselves, take care of myself, be responsible, budgeting, you know, the little groceries that you take with the money. You know, I was staying with my grandmother, and you know, grandmothers do spoil their grandchildren. I'm one of those guys, you know, and you know, I never used to do anything when I was at home, you know what I'm saying?
She took care of everything for you.
She took care of everything, and you know, at home there was like a you know, and so my sister and look after kitchen thing and the whole laundry.
But you don't go to sorted.
Guys.
I want to talk about your A level. I know A level you went to a different school. Tell us about your combination firstly.
At A level I studied English literature, geography, and Shona.
Sain pa Shona apa ndopande interest napa. Mpande no budere mdara.
Mupanda mumamiri machi.
Tutakuti titange munese mu studio atati bezera ukaunda. It's 21. Now do you prepared with Munagata Shona Zarfana. It's 21. So I'm going to give you a chance to get that draft figured out. You tune in to ZimdiTv Unstoppable Live on ZimdiTv. We're here every Wednesday from 4 p.m. bringing you the best of Zim Dancehall. Today we have a star of Zim Dancehall. His name is Ras Caleb. If you don't know him, you probably should know him. Ras Caleb Varpanapa Vardombo Turuera Mpanda 1 to 21 Takatera live on ZimdiTv.
So are we doing that after the break? I need to
Alright, we're gonna give him a chance to get his thoughts figured out.
Fresh, you know, hey, it's been a while, man. Alright, since I that's it, Muvamiri match izirukati ukupa mumushi. No. After the break, I figured that out. You did geo, you did geography, you did English literature, yes,
and Shona.
Yeah, man.
Out of those 3 subjects, which subject do you feel you have used the most in your musical career?
You know, I think Shona and geography, sorry, Shona and literature, they've been helpful for me to become a good songwriter. You know, I didn't know that I was gonna be a songwriter. You know, so sometimes when the teacher told me to write a composition or write a poem for homework, or you know, those things that we do in Shona and literature, it didn't make sense for me at that point, you know what I'm saying? But later on in my life I realized that is where the foundation came, because then that's when you start to read what other people have written, and from reading what other people have written, you know, yourself, you become a better writer. You know what I'm saying? Because you be knowing what A metaphor is chichi zvirevo madimikira.
So, would it be safe to say that you had a relatively easy time doing those subjects? Did you find them hard at all? Because it's a pretty heavy combination. On anotaura ma science akaomaga, but kuverenga kunorwadza.
Yeah, I think you know, when it comes to education, it's a matter of applying yourself. You see, and because school, if you don't know the purpose why you're going to school, it can be a huge task. You know, they'll be talking about we're studying Hamlet, and then you're trying to figure out that English just on the first page. You know, though at what, you know, brain. You know, and I guess it's just a matter of applying yourself.